Hang on. I'm going to show this and then update the title. I'm back. So, I figured I'm going to send a ticket into psyonix asking about the shit that's going on. And I figured I would stream it. So just in case they decide to retaliate and ban me or do any type of other bullshit, I have it all recorded and I can report it to the proper authorities. It's gonna be sent under my Epic account, which is my I'm Diamond account, just in case they do try to track me and try to ban my account. It's just gonna get one of my Epic account, not any of my other accounts. If they want to follow me that goddamn far and find me, then that's just gonna show that they were pursuing me with prejudice and they had no grounds to do it, which is just gonna add to my case. So this is my Epic account. My iDiamond is my Epic account, the free account that I made. So I'm not evading anything. It is an account that I do play on every once in a while when I'm not on, stream account. I have Steam account, I have Epic account. I'm asking, your what are your 100% accurate policies do you guys follow when it comes to reports versus bans? The reason I ask you is this. The reason I ask this is your policies, well, your policies as they are punish the players that are, let's say, participating in matches the correct way. I.e., if I have a teammate ongoing, now let's use their own terms, griefing our team. That's how you spell griefing, right? No, I guess it's not technically a term, but yeah. If I have a teammate griefing our team, I just have to report them and sit there and take the abuse. I'm going to say griefing slash harassing our team. I just have to report them and sit there and take the abuse. Because if I abandon the match, I get punished severely, even though I'm trying to diffuse. Well, I'm trying to avoid getting my mental health affected because I have severe mental health problems. On foul, Documented. Documented. I've talked about this before. So everybody knows it's nothing new. Put it like this. Now, if they were taken care of as per policy, I'd never have to deal with them anymore. Well, with them for a while because they'd be punished as per your policies. However, I've even gone as far as blocking somebody in a ranked game just to have them on my team 2 games later, further hurting my rank and my mental health. Those you don't know, last stream I believe it was, or the stream before, I was playing ranked. I ran into a guy. There was a dog shit toxic teammate. I went, I blocked him, and then 2 games later he was on my damn team again, doing the same dumbass shit. That's the context of that. I know it takes a while to get information together and launch a proper investigation. However, how am I supposed to protect myself from repeated offenses? If you block them and don't communicate with them, they just bump you the entire match. And prevent you from playing yet again. And if you leave the match being the victim of this abuse, you then get banned. Is there any way to redefine this system or become an active moderator or something? Uh, 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 uh. I literally. Let's try this again. Is there any way to redefine this system or to become an active member of the psyonix moderator? Actually, I ain't even gotta become a moderator. Mm-hmm. Have any more active moderators, but on the disciplinary, let's just say committee. I think that's what they called it in their post. Disciplinary committee. I, for one, am free and record every time I get on Rocket League. I've been posting videos for over 6 years and playing since supersonic acrobatic rocket powered battle cars. I also have the ability to moderate 7 days a week due to me doing mini jobs. So that sounds bad. Many short term jobs. I own my own small business as well. As well. And we take on, well, we can say I, because it's just me. I take on a large number of small jobs. If interested, I mean, it's my Gmail. I'll just have to keep a lookout on it. If interested, please feel free to shoot me an email at the address above. We'll just sign it Q. And there you go. Everything that I put, I basically just posted. I'm also going to copy all of this. And we're going to open up a notepad. And drag this in. Save it. Showed that live on stream just so you could see. I just got to make sure I'm not exposing my name or something like that. Give me a moment. We're good. Drag this back over. Same thing. Save. Psyonix. Desktop. Save. Everything I put there is in this document. It's not capturing the whole thing. There we go. Is in this document. All documented. So, this is for my protection. Then we're gonna submit an email request. 10:29 at 11:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I submitted this request. Because you can't see the clock and all of that in my screen. Actually, if I do this, you still can't see the clock on my screen. Hang on. Hang on. Get out of here. There. Now the time's documented on screen. You can see in the bottom right, 11:15 at 10:29. There's all of that information. Let's pull this back in wherever the hell it was. Done. Like I said, I'm doing it for my protection. If they decide to seek after me with prejudice or anything like that, then I'll be able to ensure that I'm protected. Also, this is kind of funny to me, is if you look up in the top right hand corner here, server status partially degraded service. I find that to be a little bit funny. But there you go. So, there is a side stream. That's me sending a notice to psyonix. I've sent them 3 thus far. The ones that I've sent before, they've been kind. They've always replied back. They've been kind. They've been very informative. So apparently they have somebody working this, as their job. So they haven't been rude to me yet. For a little bit there, they were actually watching one of my accounts because anybody that I reported got basically banned. So I've even been watched by them on my cursed account, as I said, for a little bit there. And anybody doing stupid shit, they would get banned. I would always get a notice. It's since then stopped after they came up with that disciplinary committee. They, I guess, turned that shit off. But they used to, literally. Anybody that I used to report for doing dumb shit, they'd get banned. Obviously, I wasn't instigating people or anything like that. I was just playing the game. Because I would never actually communicate with people. I would just let them, start throwing, doing dumb shit. Then I would send in a report, and then they would get banned. So I don't know if their system was just better back then, but it seemed like I had a guardian angel watching over me. And like I said, if they were to offer me a moderator position, I would no longer play the game. I would get on stream and I would go in as a moderator and I would literally just go from game to game or review footage if they do it that way, whatever it is. And I would do it on stream and I would use that as my streaming content. So people could see out there that Rocket League is actually being moderated. And I don't know why they don't have somebody doing that. Just have a Twitch person or somebody start an account as one of the people in your offices and do live, Rocket League bans. Not only does that give your company a lot more money because people are going to be interested and watching that shit, especially if you do it actively, like Komomo, for example, who does Rust moderator. He has a decent amount of followers and everything else. And all he does is just catch rush cheaters, and then he bans them. Obviously, there's a little bit more than that, but that's basically what he does. If they give me access to gameplay where I can just pop into a spectator box and then, handle the business, then we can go in, look at what's going on, make sure everything's going good and somebody's not doing something stupid. I'm not going to be an asshole, if somebody's just bumping their teammate and being rude about it, they can just catch a 5-minute ban unless they've been abandoning matches all day, go along that. If it's their first time just getting tilted and bumping, you give them the same thing as if they abandoned the match. Because that's what they're doing. When you stop playing, you are technically abandoning the match. Instead of clicking the abandon button and just taking, the automated ban, they want to stay in the match and not doing any or not do anything. Or they want to let themselves DC and all of that to try to get ban evasion and shit like that. It's like, no. You're abandoning the match when you start bumping your teammates on purpose and start own goaling and all of that. Some things fly, if your entire team's doing it, everybody's having a good time and nobody's getting tilted. It's fun. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. It's when it starts to involve other people negatively. Well, when it starts to involve other people in general is when it becomes a problem. Like, for example, marijuana. If you smoke marijuana, fine. If you're in your house smoking marijuana, windows open, windows closed, whatever, that's fine. As long as you're by yourself. It's when other people have to deal with your marijuana smoke and the smell of that shit, and you start getting them involved, is when you are in the wrong. That's where laws and shit come into effect. A lot of people are like, oh, well, it's just a little bit of this. Like, it's not the fact that it's a little bit of this. You're involving other people into that shit. People don't care if you do shit on your own accord. Just don't involve other people, other things. Don't do it. So if the whole lobby's having a good time and nobody's tilted or reporting about it, I'm just gonna let it roll through. Nobody's reporting it, so be it. Somebody reports it, and I come in and he's actively bumping his teammates, own goaling, talking shit, being abusive, and all kinds of other shit. I'm gonna hit him with the abandoned match. So honestly, that's all I need is just a button to make them excuse themselves. If I can go into their game and make them abandon the match, that's all I asked for. I can go start, go into player, go into abandoned match. It'll pull him from the match and then give him the abandoned match penalty that he needs. If he's abandoned 6 times, then he's gonna get a 7-time penalty for that shit. If it's his first time abandoning, he just goes and cools off. Or goes into the next match. If it's his second time, he has a 5-minute cool off period, and then he can go back doing what he is. I'm very lenient when it comes to other people's shit. Now, my streams, I'm a lot more strict on my streams, but other people's shit, especially if it's a large company, I would treat it like a fucking baby. That's why I kind of criticize them about funny shit and things like that. It's because I actually like the company. If I didn't care about the company, then I wouldn't talk about them like every other company out there. People don't talk about shit that they don't care about. But anyway, I sent the notice out. Depending on what the answer to it implies and what it shows, I may or may not show it on stream. My guess is they're just gonna send me a link to their terms of service and they're gonna be like, well, here's this. You know, how businesses are. We apologize for the inconveniences that you have. Then the answer to my question, here's our terms of service. If anybody violates this, report them. And then they're probably going to say, no, we don't have any positions for moderators. Even though I kind of wish they did have a live moderation staff that just could hop into spectator boxes and just watch matches. Because honestly, it fits in perfectly to what I do. I would like to be a coach. I would like to go in and talk about other people's matches and shit like that. So if somebody reports somebody, I can come in, explain the situation, get a little of my own content, and then we can go looking at the person, and then give them, the ban hammer if they need it, or just let it blaze through because, it's just a misunderstanding. you know? Teammate missed an open net. I'm reporting him. Like, alright, bruh. I don't know. The easiest way to get past false reports is have a feedback in your system that, when you go back and look at the footage and the checks chat and all of that shit, if you can't find anything, send the person who reported a notice saying that the report system is for serious offenses, and then a link to the terms of service or the guide or whatever to reporting people and what you can report them for. Once they build up X amount of false tickets, hit them with the mini ban. False reporting, then hit him with the mini ban for X amount of time. Because nobody likes to go through false reports. Honestly, 60% of probably the reports are probably false reports. I don't mind sifting through the shit. I really don't. But what I do mind is dumbass people doing dumbass things. People coming in with racist ass club names and racist ass names and shit. And demeaning names and all of that because racism's funny in 2022. Take those people, give them a proper ban, and then make them change their names. People that want to say, all of that racist ass shit in text chat and all of that shit. And the demeaning shit. And the prior example, when they tell you to drink bleach and go die and things like that. Things like that. They need to be disciplined. I don't care if you're a spoiled kid and you're throwing a tantrum. If you say something you shouldn't say, you need a real world wake up. If you're going to break terms of service, you're going to be hit with something. I don't care if you're a pro, if you're Squishy, Justin, Lethamir, or something like that. If you're breaking terms of service, you're going to get hit with the ban. I don't care if you're a streamer with one view or no views. If you break terms of service, you're going to be hit with a ban. I have no preference of people. You could be somebody who taught me how to play Rocket League from beginning to end. If you break the rules, you're catching that ban. Or at least getting the warnings or whatever it is, to what done. You're bumping your teammates and being a nuisance, you're catching that ban. If you're doing something that's a minor offense, you're going to catch whatever the, consequence to that minor offense is. And the best thing about it is, it's all going to be documented. So as I go from case to case, I can literally just type on a notepad, whatever the case number is, pop that shit up on screen for a couple of seconds, switch back to another scene, and then start recording what's going on. So if somebody wants to, appeal what's going on, you have documented video of the shit that they're doing. Fuck what the Rocket League replay text chat pulls up and all of that. From the moment I join the game, you're going to have live footage of what's going on and what's happening and when people said things, and you're going to have the full context. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. That's a good, like, another half-hour stream. I'm gonna send that notice in. Again, I don't expect it to go anywhere. Last time I sent notices in, I noticed that people around me that were acting like dickheads got banned when I reported them. And if they do that again, thank you. It at least keeps my shit, legit, and I can go back to just focusing on playing the game and having a nice time. If you don't, no hard feelings. If you give me a generic answer, no hard feelings. I'm gonna stream it because I mean it's not anything relevant to anything, but still is what it is. The thing is I'm trying to change the community for the better instead of just abandoning it. So at the end of the day, if things don't work out, I can say I tried. You know, I tried. Anyway, that's it for now. That's kind of another like Q half off instead of a one off. And hopefully we'll follow up with this either tomorrow or something like that. Anyway, that's actually it for the night.